Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Farhani Binti Muhammad Ali, and today I'm going to present my research paper on Google Translate Perception among PhD students. Introduction. Translation may be defined as the process of conveying the meaning of one language into another. Translation, according to Catford 1965, is the act of replacing text in one language, source language, with text in another language that is equal, target language. Catford developed the phrase textual material to show that the translator only uses the terminology necessary to convey the meaning of the source language into target language rather than all of them. Most of the students use Google Translate to learn different languages. In 2016, Google Translate served 500 million users, and in 2021, the online machine translation has provided up to 109 languages worldwide. In 2017, Napi Tipulu examined the frequency of errors in Google Translate abstract translations. The information was gathered from 10 abstracts submitted by postgraduate students from a variety of faculties. From the result, it was found that some words have been misspelled and other terms have been mistranslated. Literature review. Google Translate has evolved to meet the user's demand in producing a good translation throughout the year. Google Translate works by translating the source language into English before translating it into the target language with the help of official transcript taken from the United Nations and European Parliament. Starting as a rule-based machine translation, Google Translate launched with only 6 languages, which were French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and English. Google Translate does not engage any language specialists to develop the grammar rules for each language they provide, making the service a little more challenging. Although Google Translate translations was imprecise, it provided the necessary rendition, and as time passed, the algorithm identified numerous patterns and received input from real people. Google Translate invites users to join the Google Translate community, which helps individuals improve translations and potentially introduce new languages to Google Translate. The user may translate or validate words, phrases, and sentences in their native language. Even yet, it is not enough to make their translation flawless. Moving on to methodology, the purpose of this study is to investigate how PhD students feel about utilizing Google Translate to write their thesis. 3 PhD students were interviewed in semi-structured interviews as a result of the study use of qualitative methodologies. Qualitative research is distinctive since it focuses on a particular group of individuals. This case study showed that research on students' perception of Google Translate when writing their thesis is suitable to use qualitative methodologies. The qualitative method allows the researcher to ask questions to the participants. Here are the procedures implemented by the researcher to dissect this case study based on Robert K. Yin. The figure above shows the process of operating and selecting participants for this research. According to Ali, 2018, it increases the answer quality by the selective process. However, there is an obstacle within this method that needs the researcher to be persistent when setting up the telephone interview. The researcher must make several calls to the students to ensure the telephone interview's appropriate day and time. The request for telephone interviews was also sent via email and WhatsApp to get responses. The selection of the students in this research is based on their willingness to be interviewed. Findings. According to the study, students appreciated Google Translate's capacity to provide them with accurate translations while they were composing their thesis. The statistical patterns show that the students' attitudes, which lack confidence in their English language proficiency, also have an effect on the case study's thesis writers' use of Google Translate. Moreover, according to the students, the translation given by Google Translate is understandable. Even if there are mistranslations, they can easily change the word to a better translation that fits their writing. Human editing is still needed to make sure Google Translate translations is correct and suitable in their writing. Based on this study, it can also be seen that using Google Translate can also boost the students' morale in writing their thesis, as they know they have something to rely upon whenever they encounter new words or terms in their respective subject. Along with the help of a dictionary as well, the students can use Google Translate adequately to complete their writing. Lastly, the conclusion. The use of Google Translate for academic purposes is encouraged by this study since it may aid students in better comprehending what they are learning. Lastly, even if using Google Translate is simple and free, students still need to be aware of the errors committed and take responsibility for correcting them. In order for Google Translate translations to be error-free, the researcher advises users to be mindful of any comments made by Google Translate. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening and good day.